Hello again everyone, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season with the 2019 mod 2020 car set. We are here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the first race in the round of 12. And we are starting very well on the pole with Brandon to the outside in that wreckingandracing.com podcast Toyota. And we're pretty clear thanks to our bonus points and hoping to continue some good things here. 27 laps and there will be pit stops. So perhaps a caution may throw some strategy into the works. Are we going to do 2 tires or 4? Not sure, but waiting for that restart box, and we are green. Brandon right there on our outside as we leave Truex and Byron behind just a bit. Truex unfortunately was eliminated from the round of 16. He is not in the round of 12, but William Byron is. Brandon right there on that rear bumper carrying all that speed through turns 1 and 2, and everyone really close together, tearing down the Nellis straightaway and really grinding it into turn 3. Tire pressures are pretty low, both of us grinding as low as the car can go, as fast as we can try to get it sealed to the racing surface. And looks like Truex in the middle. Chase Elliott might be looking 3 wide there. That's going to be huge if Chase could put them 3 wide, but not to be. Brandon with the run on the outside, carrying that speed off of turn 2. Truex is clear, and it looks like Logano and Chase Elliott have passed William Byron as well. Brandon to the point. Brandon will get that lap led, and we will see if we have anything for Truex here to keep him behind us. But he is looking very fast, and these AI cars really run quick on brand new tires. So if we can hold them off for 5-6 laps, they should equalize out, and we can keep a constant pace against them. But early in the run, they are going to be wicked quick as well, and really driving it into the turns, although it doesn't look like Truex really gained on us that much. Brandon with the launch off of turn 4, so sort of being right in the middle here, but a lot of throttle on the throttle, quite a lot here at Las Vegas. Very quick corners here, and as the tire wear comes on, we might be looking at right sides only. The right rear will get pretty blistered if we are loose, and the right front will get pretty blistered if we're tight. Right now, we're sort of in a happy medium. We don't have to turn the wheel too awful much to get that run, and we managed to gain a little bit on Brandon, got that pull, and it looks like Truex has fallen back just a bit. But as laps wind down, of course, anything can change for sure. Just carrying that speed and staying right in his tire tracks. We're not getting an aero push too awful much, so we can carry all of that speed, keeping that left front in the air, try to keep it pinned down. I'm not sure if NASCAR 2003 season simulates air on the nose like that, but we're going to do it just to feel awesome about ourselves. And we're going to be looking to pit at about the halfway point. These races here at Vegas tend to go green, so we want to be on new tires first and try to get all the speed out of it. Kind of like what we saw at Richmond in real life, where you get on new tires and you run so much faster. We want to get the benefit of those new tires as quickly as possible while making sure we can make it on one stop for fuel. Pit road entry is kind of a bit tricksy, pretty flat off of turn 4, so we'll try not to miss that. And we'll also try to pit sort of off sequence of Brandon because he is out front. If we came down pit road the same time, he would be in the stall right in front of me, so it would force me to go a little bit wide getting into the box. So I would rather either pit the lap before Brandon or the lap after. We would give up a little bit of time on the racetrack, but hopefully we would gain that back with a smooth pit road entry rather than possibly going wide and missing our entry and having to back up or something like that. I'd rather lose the few tenths on the track than a few seconds on pit road, that's for sure. And as predicted, the AI tires have started to fall off. They aren't as quick over the length of this run, so Truex has really dropped back. I'm not feeling too much pressure from him, so we're going to stay as close to Brandon as possible without running over him on pit road entry, that is for sure. And being a 40-mile race and a very fast racetrack, this race is going to tick by very quickly for sure. So the bigger gap we can put on those guys behind us, all the better. But a very fast car out of Brandon today. We're able to hold just a little bit, but he is gaining some time on us each lap just by a few tenths, although the draft down the Nellis straightaway will pull us in just a little bit. And it looks like we're taking our turns a little bit more shallow. We're getting to the bottom much earlier. That may be where he's gaining time, is able to carry that speed through the middle. But he isn't gaining too awful much time. We're keeping him honest for sure. He sort of drifts up there. We're going to keep our lefts pinned right to that white line, gain a bit on the corner mid, and we were able to hold it on corner exit. So a good corner for us for sure. And both of us still grinding out, even though the pressure should have come up by now. We're not going to be grinding as much with these higher pressures, but still we are low to the ground. And we'll have to watch out for any sort of pushing condition that comes from the splitter dragging the ground. But yeah, it looks like turn 1 and 2, we've got Brandon covered. We might be able to get to his inside on the turn 3 here. Just sort of push him into the corner, see if he bobbles or moves up, we can capitalize. But it's too early to go dive bombing kamikaze, that is for sure. We'll see if we can gain that time back in turns 1 and 2 like we had a few laps before. But he really drove it into corner mid and carried that speed that time, so he didn't slip up. The Truex is a straightaway behind now. We are hauling the mail. And that's what's tough about these AI trying to configure a percentage that would be good for us, so they don't blow us out in qualifying, but then we get into the race and they really fall off more than they rightfully should. Yeah, Truex is an afterthought now. It's not even a battle for third. If we wanted to take 4 tires, we could still come out in front of Truex, even if he took 2, by a wide margin, it looks like. So we'll bide our time until halfway. Brandon coming to pit road this time. We will be in next time. Try for a clean entry as best we can. So we'll lead that lap, and we want this thing to cycle through green all the way. Although, if a yellow were to come out now, it would be very beneficial for Brandon before he goes a lap down, because he could complete his service and basically leapfrog everyone back, because everyone still has to come to pit road. Aside from Brandon, we're going to back it down here as best we can. Try to slow it down in a straight line as much as possible before the double downshift. And there goes Truex and Logano still on the track. Looks like Blaney, Chase, and Hamlin behind, followed by William Byron. Brandon should be gone there. He goes leaving his pit stall, so we will have a clean entry on pit road. And now I need this thing to cycle through green. With everyone pretty much single file, I don't think we are in danger of a yellow coming out. I didn't see a lot of close racing, but we are going to do right sides and get some fuel in this thing. Let's go. First gear waiting on the jack to drop, and there we go. Launching off of pit road, getting on speed, and then accelerating up, making sure not to blend until the backstretch. It's really slick down here on the bottom. There's this little bit of banking that we can use. There goes Brandon there around the 95. So that will be for position, I believe, all of these guys here, while we're waiting for them to come to pit road. And Brandon's already cleared a bunch of lap traffic here. So we've got a big job to do, and we need to be very mindful when they come down to pit road. They're going to come to a complete stop on the bottom groove in turn 3. So as we catch these guys, if we can pass them on the straightaway, all the better. But coming into turn 3, we definitely want to be on the higher side. So let's get our tires warmed up. Let's practice that high entry. And yeah, not going to pass Suarez here just in case this is the lap he wants to duck down to the bottom. We'll give up a little bit of time there. And indeed, he does slam on the brakes, and we've got quite the log jam here around Kurt Busch. So it looked like Kurt maybe wanted to get down to pit road and didn't, or he was slowed up by that lap traffic, but that really cost us a few seconds there, having to whoa up and get around him. Screwed up our turn 1 entry as well. We are all out of sorts. But there's Brandon. He is now the next car in front of us, and he's gapped us a bit because of all of those cars slowing down, but we can run our fastest laps here in clean air, get our lap back as best we can, and try to claw back some of that lead. I believe that will be for the lead. So about 4 seconds to claw back. And it's all going to come down to lap traffic when they come out on the track. Are they going to be too wide in front of him? Are they going to slow down? But it looks like everyone is cycling through their pit stops now. So we should be getting all of our spots back, vaulting ourselves back up into second place at this point. Looking to the left, yeah, a lot of cars on pit road. Bowman up, and it looks like they're taking left side tires. I saw Truex still on pit road, getting his left side tires. Here comes the 00 of Quinn Houff going 1 lap down, and these cars here will all be 1 lap down, and Brandon forced to go to the outside around those cars. It looked like Nemechek. Yeah, Nemechek and Brendan Poole out in front. Hopefully they don't slow us up too awful bad. If they go side by side, that'll reel them in real quick. We just need them to sort their lives out before we get to them for sure. And indeed, they go side by side, but no one side by side in front of Brandon. He's got pretty clean air right now, so he's going to be putting down some fast laps. And I don't think these guys on their 4 tires are going to be as fast as us at present. I don't think they're going to be making up a whole lot of time here. So stops have cycled through. If the yellow were to come out now, we'll sort of do what everyone else does. If they're going to come down and take tires, we might as well. But if they're staying out, we're staying out. We're not going to give up any track position. But as strung out as everyone else is, I don't think a yellow will come out. So it's just going to be going hard here. We are clawing back that time a bit. It looks like we've gotten maybe a second on Brandon. Scrub the wall just a little bit on our entry, but no worries. It's almost like we've got the Xfinity bodies on these cars. You can hit the wall a bit and not lose that much speed. And that's the best thing for us out front, is it looked like LaJoie was side by side with the car by him. So if they stay side by side and Brandon has to fight to get around him, that would be ideal. But they sorted their lives out and got single file. We'll try to attack the 15 here going into turn 1. Yeah, we'll go outside. He forced me to make a decision. He was looking high, then we went high, low. He basically chopped us off at a massive speed difference, but we are still closing on Brandon a bit. I don't know if he had trouble getting around the 34 there, but we're going to try our best. Still catching him just a bit. And yeah, I like that big group of lap cars in front of him for sure. That's going to help our chances. If they just stay side by side, we can catch them before this race is over. But the quicker we run, the quicker this race gets over, and we may run out of time by the time we get there. See if we can get a pull. Really pick up speed here. And yeah, they're still side by side in front of him. Get the best draft that we possibly can. Luckily, our turn 1 should be pretty good here. And we may be able to get under... No, I can't get under McDowell there. We'll just follow him through and try that high lane, possibly. They're still side by side, indeed. And Brandon is now staying in our windshield in these corners, so we are catching with quite a bit of speed, but white flag is out. And I don't think Brandon is going to catch those lap cars quick enough for me to really capitalize. We'll have to throw it in here under McDowell and make the most of it. Really drove it in, car fighting. He's within shouting distance now. We needed 1 or 2 more laps to really make it work. They got single file. Yeah, Brandon's got it. So it looks like with this win, Brandon will solidify himself in the round of 8 with this win right here. Congratulations to Brandon. We will run second this day. But overall, not a bad showing, but a very quick race, but not really much we could do. Looks like third place is going to be Martin Truex Jr. Going back to 4th, Ryan Blaney. 5th, Joey Logano. 6th, Denny Hamlin. Looking back at 7th, Brad Keselowski. 8th, Austin Dillon. 9th, Chase Elliott. And rounding out your top 10 is William Byron. So we were catching Brandon fairly quickly. Let's see if those lap cars gave him any sort of issue. He ran a 28.232 so far, and we ran a 28.299. So just, was that 0.05 of a second separated us on our fastest lap. Yeah, unfortunately, he had a really good pit road entry and exit, and that allowed him to really gap us. We were much, much closer coming to pit road than leaving, and that was the difference today. So let's take a look at the standings after Las Vegas. Brandon indeed solidifies his place in the top 8, and we are sitting ahead at 65 points. So really not bad for us. Tyler Reddick is your cutoff driver, 2 ahead of Bowman, 7 ahead of Stenhouse, 14 ahead of Busher, and 15 ahead of Johnson. But don't you worry your little head, because next we're going to Talladega, and anything can happen there. Really looking forward to a plate race, but that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you for the next race of NASCAR Racing 2003 season. Take care.